Alrighty y'all, so we're gonna get started with the eye. I've done the eye look off camera just to make sure that I knew what direction that I wanted to go with this look. So I'm gonna use a few different products that I thought were super underrated. The first one, you might have seen features on my Instagram, is the such a klutz. So the first one I want to start off with is the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Shadows. They come in a few different colors. I have a few here that I could show you. And essentially what they are, if I cannot drop them, essentially what it is, it's a double-sided component, I guess is a technical word for it. And on this side is a liquid matte shadow, and on this side is a liquid glitter shadow. So the reason why I really like this product is because, for one, I have oily lids. So when I'm trying to do like cut creases and things like that, sometimes using concealer, if the concealer is not a matte concealer, the outline doesn't stay in place like I would want it to, the shadow moves down, etc., etc. So like this liquid matte shadow just helps the look just stay exactly how I want it, doesn't budge all day, and it just looks way more perfected if you're going for that look. They also blend out super well. I will say though, some colors blend out better than others. So I found that the more neutral colors, the tans and the kind of more of the neutral family, blend out a little bit better than the more colorful colors, like the purples and the greens. They have a bunch of different types of colors. But I would definitely recommend trying this out if you're into kind of like cut creases or just doing something super simple, which is what we're gonna do today. So now that I rambled on about them enough, the first step is to apply to the eye, obviously. So we're gonna take, this is in the shade Hot Sauce, is that the right one? Yeah, so we're gonna take this one, and we're using this side right here in the shade Hot Sauce, and it's super easy. So what I'm gonna do is just apply this to my eye, and then I probably actually applied more on this side than I did on that eye, but hopefully you'll see that the vision will come together. Hopefully it won't matter that much. So I'm gonna take this Huda Beauty brush. It really doesn't matter, kind of just a packing brush, and what we're gonna do is just blend that out. So just applied it basically to the center and then blending it upward and outward into the crease. I don't know, I just feel like this is just a really nice product, and it's a really versatile product, and I don't see a lot of people using it. Maybe because it's like kind of, you have to kind of learn how to use it for you, but I really like it. It's really just helped me step up my makeup game, so I thought I would share it with y'all. So yeah, I think I blended it a little bit higher on this side and that side, but it's all good. It's just makeup, it's all good. So the next step is to add the glitter. Now, the other cool thing about these products is that the glitter reflex are insane, like literally. So I'm just going to, and if I didn't show you the brush, so this brush is kind of messed up, but the brushes on the liquid shimmer side are more like a actual paintbrush, and the matte side is more of like what you would get on a concealer brush. So I'm literally just gonna go like this. Ooh, that's probably even too much. Just boom, I'm gonna take my finger, and yeah, like that's too much. Like the glitter reflect in this product is insane. Like, there's just so much glitter packed into such a small amount of product. So yeah, I probably didn't need this much, but it's okay, because if you couldn't tell, we're going over with some gloss. So this is just laying the foundation of the look, and obviously if you're not into gloss, you could stop here, because I know that not everyone's into a glossy lid. It's just something I love, but yeah. So you could like stop here and kind of create like a more halo eye effect, but we're gonna keep going. So I just like how this creates kind of dimension and just kind of like a foiled eyeshadow look. That's just really pretty to me, in my opinion. Hopefully you can see, I know there's a lot of lights on me, so maybe the reflex aren't showing up. So the next underrated product I have are these NARS High Pigment Longwear Eyeliners. I'm not actually sure if they're new, but I received them this year from NARS, so maybe they came out with new shades or this is a new type of eyeliner that they have. But today I'm using just the black, which is the Grambia, but they have a ton of different shades. Like they have blues, they have like golds, they have bronze, they have brown. All of the shades are super pigmented and super creamy, so they apply easily and they can blend out easily, which is what we're gonna do today. So I'm just gonna create the shape of a wing, and I can't talk during this part, so the line doesn't have to be super precise because we're going to blend it out. So I've created my wing shape here, and I'm gonna take the other side of this brush to smudge it out. This is actually called the Smoky and Smudge brush. So we're just gonna smudge this into a kind of faded wing because I like the black, but I don't want it to be too dark. And anything that ends up in a place that it shouldn't be can get cleaned up later on. So this is essentially what we're working with. I'm gonna apply lashes and clean up under the lids, and we'll get into the last step of this look. Okay, so for the last step, we are going to apply gloss. These are multi-use glosses, also from NARS. They can be used on the lips, eyes, and face. I like them for all three. So today, we're gonna use them on the eyes, and they have a kind of like a plastic applicator, which is also super nice. And what I like about this particular gloss is that it doesn't move. So you know, like, part of why a lot of people don't like glossy lids is because it's messy, it gets all over the place, but when you apply this to your lid, it doesn't really move to like other places where you don't apply it. Like, it's made to be put on the eye as well as other places on the face, so it's not gonna be as messy as, say, putting just like, you know, a normal kind of drugstore gloss. And it has just super pretty reflex, and I just think it just brings everything together. So we're gonna start off with complexion. I've really been loving this Smashbox full coverage, a little focus. I've really been loving the Smashbox full coverage 24-hour foundation. I just love the finish of it and the way that it just blends into the skin seamlessly. I feel like Smashbox actually, surprisingly for me, does complexion really well, and I don't think that they are traditionally a brand people think about when they think about complexion. So yeah, this was new and I was pleasantly surprised by this launch. There are a bunch of other foundations that I really love as well, but I feel like this is one of the ones that I felt like the launch kind of got swept under the rug in the midst of the cajillion foundations that launched this summer or this year. So you really don't need a lot of this either. I'm just gonna like literally just dot some, and this is the shade 4.35, and I might need more, but I noticed that if you do apply too much, it will look cakey, so I'd rather just start off with not enough and then build. So I'm also using the Smashbox their brush, but yeah, obviously like this is very light coverage, but like I said, like I've accidentally put too much and that can easily turn into a not so great situation. So yeah, we're gonna build. It does have kind of a matte finish and it does oxidize a little, so you can see it kind of looks orange when it comes out the tube, but when I blend it out, it looks way more skin-like. So this is the finished application of the foundation. It's more of like a medium coverage, which I'm good with. Like I said, it is full coverage, so you could definitely apply more. Like as you saw, I barely applied any, but I'm gonna apply concealer and everything, so I feel like this is a good place to start. The next couple of items I want to tell y'all about are this concealer and this sponge, both from Dose of Colors. This sponge is one of my favorite makeup sponges of all time. It applies product and doesn't take anything off of it. When you look at the sponge after you blended it in, you don't really even have that much product on there because of how well it's keeping the product on your face, blending it in and not taking anything off. And also the concealer, this was also kind of a new launch that I feel like kind of got lost in all of the launches launches of the complexion launches this year. This is their concealer in the shade Dark 25, and I just really think that this concealer and sponge combo is unmatched for me. It is more of a mattifying, kind of like a demi-matte finish, and it just works really, really well with brightening, and it just does everything I need a concealer to do. And the doe foot is large, which is nice as well. So the next product I have is from Pigmented. It is their setting powder, their loose setting powder in medium deep. This comes in a total of 3 shades. This is the one I use to set my under eye. I feel like this powder, again, Pigmented is a smaller Black owned business, so I think everyone who gets this powder loves it, but because it's a smaller company, not as many people may know about it. So I'm profiling this powder because it's a powder that I really truly love. It's one of my top powders to set the under eye with, and I just feel like it just really smooths out the skin. The color is perfect. They have different shades. So they have a shade even darker than this that sometimes I like to use to set my contour area if I'm doing something really dramatic. But yeah, so this definitely makes it on the list. The next item I have is also from Pigmented, which is their Pigmented X Ashley Blaine Featherston collection, where they have a bronzer and highlighter duo. Again, I don't know if you could call these necessarily underrated, but I just know with the whole makeup industry and just how many complexion products launched this year, this is another one that may have got lost in the shuffle. It is limited edition, but it is still available. So, and just let me mention, for the powder, I applied the powder with the Dose of Color sponge because, again, that sponge doesn't pick up or retain product, so it's great for applying powder as well. So I'm just going to take this brush. This is a MAC 140S brush. And I'm going to take, this is season 2, so they have a season 1 and a season 2. Season 1 is a little bit lighter than season 2, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply the product right in the middle of that line we created. This also has a little bit of shimmer, but not enough to, I guess, cause any intention or concern if you don't like shimmer. I think it just gives like a very kind of natural glow. The glitter reflex are not large at all. So next for highlight, we have the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Finish Glow Powders. Nabla, I think they're Italian. I hope I'm saying that right. Nabla. They're an Italian brand. They literally just launched in Ulta, I feel like last month. I'm not sure if these are in Ulta yet or if they're only on their website, but these highlighters are one of the few highlighters that are easy to apply and really give you that glass skin kind of very dewy finish without going overboard. It's fairly simple to use, so I also apply, I have it noted here with little tape, but I like using the 140S brushes for highlighter application as well. I just use a different brush. This is my highlighting one, the other one is my bronzing one. So I just go ahead and just liberally get in there and apply that to this area. And as you can see, like, even though I kind of got in there, it doesn't look like too like overwhelming or overpowering, and it's not just like sitting on my skin, it's like moving with my skin, which I like. So I just really like this product. It comes in, I want to say 5 other shades, so this is like more of the neutral kind of golden shade that I would just use as a highlight. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush to do blush because the blush I'm using does have shimmer in it. This is another limited edition collection by a Black-owned business. This is the Colored Rain X Power collection. Again, like it's hard to kind of gauge how some of the smaller indie brands rate against some of the larger brands. So, you know, this video is specifically or more specifically targeted to darker skin tones because obviously I have a darker skin tone, and a lot of the products that might be big in the more general beauty community are not necessarily darker skin friendly. So a lot of these products, I feel like if you have darker skin and you did get your hands on them, you love them. But if you didn't hear, you may not have heard about it if you had just not been paying attention that week, or something else that came out kind of took all the, you know, thunder out for some of the other launches. So obviously Power is a huge show. And they did this collab with Color Rain, which is kind of cool. So yeah, if you didn't hear about it, here you go. They have these really beautiful blush palettes, and I love this peach one. It has a peach highlighter and a peach blush. We're gonna go ahead in with the peach blush today. But they have these blush highlighter duos, liquid eyeliner, liquid glitter eyeliner, lipstick, and yeah, I hope I'm not forgetting anything else, but I have a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this peach blush on my cheeks. It's really pigmented, so you don't need a lot. In general, Colored Rain and pigmentation just go hand in hand. They're one of my favorite matte colored eyeshadow palettes comes from Colored Rain. They have like a rainbow, I'm not sure what it's called, I'll put it in the description box below, but basically they're bomb. All their eyeshadow palettes are bomb. They're just really, really good at creating pigmented base and eye and what's the word? They're just really good at creating pigmented products. Let's just say that. So definitely would recommend this product and any of their other blushes, eyeshadow palettes, etc. So we are almost done. I am gonna go ahead and fix the hair, and we'll come back and do a little lip look.
So last but not least, I wanted to highlight Alma Beauty's lipsticks. The rest of my footage got cut off, so I'll put the information on my lip look down below. But this is basically my finished look. I hope some of you were able to find out about products that maybe you hadn't heard about. All the products I use in this look, I just feel like I didn't really see a lot of people talking about, and they're products that I use in my everyday makeup routine. So hopefully some of y'all found this video helpful. Let me know again if you found out a new product in the comments down below. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you again, as usual, for hanging out with me. Happy New Year, y'all, and I will see you in the next one.